All right, hello, welcome to Plugin Reviews. Uh, my name is David. I work for ProWCPlugins. I'm the lead developer. And today we're going to be doing a review on different plugins that we use for WooCommerce stores. And today we're looking at a Swatch plugin called uh, Swat WooCommerce Attribute Swatches by Iconic. And we're going to just kind of do a general overview of the product and say some of the features we like, some of the features we don't like, and just kind of go over the plugin overall and just give an overall summary. So, what are attribute swatches? Well, attribute swatches are basically you see them all the time on clothing stores and on any stores that sells any like apparel or any utility items. And you'll see right here, here they are. I mean, they're just different color swatches. And what's really nice about attribute swatches, and one of the features that we like more than we've seen in some other swatches plugins, is that you have the ability to kind of name your color and for it to display across the site. And what's really nice about this is that for any clothing store, we found that they really like their kind of branding, their colors. So instead of calling this color blue, you can see this example, they called it marine blue. And it helps a lot with kind of their brand and and it helps a little bit with UX UI. So we see kind of an example of it helping with UX UI. If you actually click on the product page, you see that the color will actually display in this name area, which is something we tried a different plugin where it didn't display the name of the color, and it caused a lot of confusion with the customers because they weren't quite sure which color swatch they selected, and if no color swatch is selected, it would affect our add to cart button because if there's nothing selected for the attributes, then this button will not display and customers were not able to check out. So what's really nice about this is that it reminds customers, hey, like here's the color that you've selected. And then if you switch over to different colors, that's like, hey, here's the color that's selected. And, it seems a bit silly, because, if you look over here, you could clearly see the colors changing. But it was just kind of a nice added feature that is included automatically with these attributes with Iconic's attribute swatch plugin, which we really like. So another feature we really like is the ability to add image swatches. And we can go back to this category page and we see right here, I mean, these image swatches look pretty nice and they show different styles of print, right? And you can switch between swatches in the category page, which is also really nice. But you can see that this added customizability to this product, having these different colors, is just really good to have. And you can see this that we have a lot of different prints that are really interesting and really cool that we were able to use an image swatch for, and it was like really easy. One example that we use and like how we did it, just to go a little bit more in depth, is that there was this one right here that was for balloons. And we'll go to the product here. I had it pre-saved up because I'm really good at prepping. Like in order to capture this image right here, what we did was we took this image of this box and we did a little screenshot of one of the areas that featured a lot of balloons, and then we cropped it into a square. We uploaded it to the media library, and we were just able to use that as the image. And it was just really nice and convenient. It wasn't like we didn't have to like create these like digital copies of these specific designs. We could just kind of take a picture of the design itself and just upload it, and it worked really well for us. And that's kind of like the process that we use for this. Now, in talking about this is going to transition over to kind of things that we wish were more of a feature with Iconic and things that we kind of hope change. And the main thing would be with typically with swatches like this, you have kind of the two options. You have the typical image swatch, and you have the the colors, like the hexacode color swatches. And unfortunately, right now with iconic swatches, you can't switch between the two in like one specific attribute category. So for example, we'll look at this one we'll look at the color terms for this one, and then we'll try to configure it. If you look here, in order to set the swatch, you hit Edit, and then going down here, like the swatch type, you can really only set to color swatch, image swatch. There's one that says text swatch, which I've never used, and I don't know what the application would be for that. But the main point is you can't have one that says image swatch and color swatch. So let's go back real quick. Well, okay, let's just go back here. In order to make these simpler swatches, which were literally just like a color, well, we had to go through the same process as we did for these more complex ones, where what we did was we just went into Adobe Illustrator, we created a square, and then we had to save the square as an image after changing its color. And then we had to upload it to the media library, and then we had to put it into this area of the products. So it's just an annoying extra step. Sorry about the chair. It's just an extra annoying step that we had to go through that we wish we didn't have to go through, because there was quite a bit of swatches, as you can kind of see here. There's quite a bit of swatches on this store, but that's just something kind of to keep in mind for the future. The other thing that we kind of experienced an issue with is that I think this had more to do with how we imported the products. This might be more of a database thing, but it ended up creating two of these attributes, even though on the back end it only really shows one. And if you edit one of these, it edits both of them, and that's kind of weird. We don't think this would be. I don't think this is a bug specific. We think this is more of a bug specific to this site, but it's just something kind of just to keep in mind. We have here at ProWCs, we like total transparency when we're reviewing a product, and this is just kind of something we noticed with it. But I don't think it's a major deal breaker. And then the last thing that we want as an added feature is potentially a way to kind of shorten the amount of swatches that display on these category pages. Because as you can see here, this one product has 7 swatches. And what we would ideally have is maybe we would have 4 swatches, and it would show a number that shows how many more are extra for the color swatches. So we've seen that on sites where it will show like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will stop. It'll show number 3 plus or something like that. And then when you click that, it would show these remaining 3. And while it's definitely not a deal breaker, it's objectively it's a lot more objective, because some people might prefer seeing all the swatches on the category pages. Um, it wouldn't be just kind of a nice option to have with the products on the category pages, and as opposed to like not having that option at all. And this would just kind of be an additional feature. But overall, we've tested quite a few color swatches, and we find that this is the best one and the one that we personally recommend for WooCommerce sites. And hopefully you found this video a little bit instructional. This video is definitely a lot more review format. If you want a video that's a little bit more in depth on how to use the plugin as it stands right now, I think the version number is. Well, I mean, let's just look real quick. Plugins. Install plugins. Version number. Yeah, version number is 3.4.14. If you want a little bit more in depth on how to actually use the plugin, the attribute swatch plugin, just let us know in the comments. More than happy to show you how to use it more. And yeah, again, my name is David Weinstein. I'm a developer for ProWCPlugins, and hopefully you're back for another plugin review. All right, bye.